The longer I am a Broken Arrow player, the longer I realize that I am just a QA, a free QA for Broken Arrow, and along with the patch, the anniversary patch that is, we've also came to discover many different types of bugs that are kind of just messing with multiplayer, single player, and today we're going to talk about it. So what up, weebs? My name's Corin, and today I'll spend a bit, maybe take 10 minutes of your time, talk about all the bugs that I've discovered so far. Probably, a bit more than a week into the patch. Sorry for not really coming up with an actual video of like talking about the patch because there's so much content I have to cover, and every time I try to make something, yeah, there's like new bugs that I found, and I just have to rewrite my entire script. So I don't really know what's going on if it's right or not. So, but anyways, the first one is going to be the Pack 3 bug. The Pack 3, most notably the Pack 3 and the MSEs. Both of these units, initially when the patch released, they were unable to intercept ballistic missiles. So right here, we'll just watch it. This also affects you when you do the main campaign, so apparently you can't even finish it. Boom, there go my packs. They're just right around, they're just sitting there doing nothing. And then afterward, you just immediately fail. Like, oh no, like I doubt your confidence, and then you're really incompetent. Wow, okay, Miller, thank you so much. So like that's the bug, but thankfully the devs fixed it, which is pretty nice if you think about it. However, there is a new, I don't know if this is a bug or not, but to me this is. So this is footage from the old patch, that is. This is what it should have been like, so I want you to take a close look at, so these are Pack 2s, right? To take a look at how fast they shoot, alright? So this is the first shot. Okay, so when do they fire their second shot? Still not firing their second shot. And then... okay, and then he starts shooting, after he realized that he was not going to hit me. So this is what happens on the PT or on the old patch. And this is the new patch, okay? This is what happens on the new patch. So, okay, I might need to speed this up. This is, okay. Oh. Okay, so I fired 2 missiles already. These 2, one of them is going to go for the seeds, one of them is probably going for the plane. I actually think both are going for the plane. So, you see this seed missile? There's also another one here. So, first one misses, that's fine. And then, even before the first one connects with my CJ, it kills my CJ, while also intercepting the missiles behind it. So, this is on live. This is on live, and I think it's a change they did to, because I don't know what happened here, but this was obviously not was on the PT. This was not was happening on the old patch. If you do want an extra comparison, oops, sorry, what happened? Whoa, okay, let me just delete this real quick. It's messing with my controls here. So, what happens here is that the new Pack 2s, or this isn't just the Pack 2s. I'm pretty sure this happens with all the semi-active guidance. So the S300s, the Book 2s, and the Pack 2s. Most of these units are probably affected by this this new, like, I don't know if it's a bug. FLX told me that this is an unexpected feature, an emerging result of what happened when they implemented these changes, but I don't know, man. I really don't know what's going on. So, just basically tell you a TLDR, this is kind of a buffed Pack 2s, or semi-active missiles. So what it does is that they're now capable of intercepting an extra, or firing a second missile to intercept this seed that is going at them, while also shooting at the plane, without having to risk themselves, and without the need of actually relying on SHORAD. So this is something that I've noticed. I also need to I need to find this timestamp, but if you let me, I'll apologize for taking some time finding it, but okay. Yeah, so about right here. So this is footage from another streamer. I played against them this match, and I noticed something quite interesting. Just look at his Sex Eagle. All right, look at his Sex Eagle. He's firing. Okay, cruise missiles are going off, seed going off, and then this pack in the back is going to keep tracing the Sex Eagle. This is also my pack without radar on, but this missile. Keep watching. snipes the Sex Eagle while also managing to intercept the seat in the back. So, and then he turned his radar off. So, I think this is probably going to be the most impactful feature. I know we're still on our first bug technically, but yeah, it's really interesting how things turned out to be. I'm pretty sure this wasn't the case previously, so to me it's a bug, but to the dev himself or the devs themselves, it's probably an unintended change. It is just going to be in the game from now on. So we'll see how things go. And the next bug is also the same match I played against these guys, but apparently what happens is when you okay, so here you get cat fade. Yeah. So what happens is that I unloaded my infantry. However, right here, both of my units here, they're pretty healthy. So this is probably like 14 man, right? This is probably like 8 to 9. I'm not really sure how many, but the AVP's capacity is around 22. So I'm not sure what happened here, but when I reloaded them back into the ICV or the troop transport, my Mariner Raiders were just gone. I couldn't find them anymore. And you could say that, Core, this was an existing bug already. You're like, why are you complaining? Well, that's kind of true, but like, I'm not sure if like how it just completely disappears. Normally, it would only disappear for my opponent, or like for like it's still gonna be on my on my screen, and the unit gets left there. But this patch is kind of different, you know. They've always managed to like be on my screen, but this time it's actually vanished on my end. So I don't really know. To me, this is like a first, and I think even though it's like in previous patches, the unit disappearing would result in your opponent killing it. This one, my unit just disappeared when he pushed me again. It was still like just not there. So, not sure what that's definitely a new bug, probably related to resupply in my opinion. And then the third bug is going to be about how I don't really think this is related to the F-22 itself, but it definitely happened. Just give it a couple more seconds. Okay, kill the plane. And then, ooh, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, no timer, no nothing. Everything's frozen. And it took me a while for me to like ask everyone, okay, everyone disconnected. And then you basically have to reconnect. Everyone disconnected. And then after I reconnected, voila. Okay, everything's back on paper, but the timer's no longer running. Nothing's working out. And we eventually realized that the timer's not going down, and we had to sudden death our opponents, but the sudden death timer is also not going down. Which is just weird, because it was honestly a UI bug, so we had to terminate the match by just, okay, these guys were like talking, but eventually 2 minutes later, like the timer did go through and the match did eventually end. So it's kind of weird how like I mean, first of all is like at least from what I know at the moment, the reason that this bug happens, the freeze bug happens, is probably because someone like played past midnight. You know, it's like, oh, the PC, I mean, Broken Arrow decides, guys, you should probably go to bed. You know, live a healthy lifestyle. If the timer hits like 0 o'clock at your local time, maybe it crashes the game or like the entire lobby. So there could be potentially 10 dudes that makes this happen. I'm not sure about this though. This is just a hypothesis, and so that's the next bug. And then the last one is about the Globemaster. Me personally, this was on the sorry, let me mute this. This was on the wait. It was on like the official server. I mean, people have probably reported this before as well, like invisible units and stuff. But this time it has to do with airdrops. So God, like, I don't know what's going on. I tried recreating it myself, but I really don't have any success. My friend Grim here was helping me out. Like, I spawned a Glowmaster, right? And then, like, the first one was panicked, like just orange panic. Okay, I turned off my ECM. Okay, shocked basically. I dropped all my units, and then he said he could spot everything.
I see that. I see all that.
Yeah, he sees everything. And then the next time I tried, This time I think everything died though.
Drop.
Yeah, I can't, like, like, terrible reflex. But the third time we attempted this, I got hit by a pack twice. Or I think got hit by a pack once, and it was already, like, panic, so, like, the red shock thingy. I dropped everything, and he could still spot it, so I don't really know how this works out, or exactly, so... But it's certainly one of the bugs out there to look out for. So if your opponents are playing, like, are doing airdrops and that kind of stuff, and suddenly, like, your units are taking damage for no reason, this could be what's going on. So yeah, guys, probably watch out for, like, bug abuse or that kind of stuff. If it was unintended, just tell them to refund. Obviously that's not what always happens, so yeah, like, I guess that's it for the bug reports of this patch so far. This was hopefully it's the only video, and it's but unfortunately, if not, it's only going to be part one. So, guys, if you have anything you want to report or, like, want to share with me, or any cheaters, which we still are reporting people on my Discord server and forwarding it to the devs, please feel free to come to my my Discord server in the description. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.